Hi guys, welcome to this video. So today we are going to be styling our login page, and we are going to be working with two Tailwind classes, which I think it's incredible and you can use it to do a lot of things. So we are going to be looking at before and after with Tailwind. So this I used before to do this. I just had to add this exclamation point right here in order for us to make use of the after class, but pseudo class. But I'm going to take this out because I don't want to be screaming at people coming to my website. But I just put this here so I could just make use of the after pseudo class. But yeah, like I said, we'll take it up after. Let's get to it. So let's begin. So firstly, I want to change the name and all of this. I want to change it to login. All right. Okay, now let's start. First, I want us to divide our page. We have first div. Sometimes this thing does this where it doesn't just automatically fill. Another div. You see, sometimes it automatically fills, sometimes it doesn't. But oh, okay. So we're working with the first div right now. So firstly, we put inside this div, inside the first div, we have two divs. So now this first div, this div is for the before section. So there are a lot of divs. Let's get past all the divs. Let's focus on what we want to do, which is the before component. Like I always say, I'm going to put links to the GitHub code in the description, so you can always check this out and follow along and copy the code from GitHub. So this is the class, the div which we are going to be working with. Firstly, we want to give this class name relative. Next, we come right here. We have another div inside this. And inside this div, we have a spam tag. Okay. Then we have a p tag. And in the p tag, we say the journey begins when you, and I want to have another p tag right here because the styling will be different. Login. Okay, great. Now we have this div, we have a second div, and right here, let's put this class name and before block, before absolute, before BG purple, before we want it to be burnt, a little bit bent, so we're going to make skew y, vertical axis 12, and then we want to put some border radius before rounded full, and we want to put some box shadow before shadow button inner. Okay, save right here. Now we have our before all done for us. We should add more. We have some more stylings that we need to add. Block. Let's add some padding of 12. Okay. Have I added before insert? Nope. So before insert 1. Yeah, That'll do it. Okay, next let's proceed to our spam tag. Class name, we want the text in here to be white. We want the size to be 5XL. We want it to be relative. We want the text to be centralized, text center. Place content center. I really want it to be centralized even vertically. Then we come right here to the P tag. We add class name. I want to keep a width of let's put 72. We add some padding of 5. Font. Okay guys, so we are done. But so I'm looking at what we have here. This is not what we want to achieve, so something is missing, and what we forgot to add was display relative, sorry, position relative. We forgot to add that, so into this div right here we have to make it relative. And now we have what we want, just like that. So this is what we have. So this is a little bit more complex, but the whole idea of this is when we want to use this pseudo class with Tailwind, we put before colon, then we put the property before absolute. You know, when you're dealing with your normal CSS, when you want to use the pseudo class before, you have to put content, maybe you put an empty string or something. But with Tailwind, it already has that covered for us. So when you're using the pseudo class, they already put that in place for us. So we don't need to put the content, except if you want the content to be something else. And we are going to see that next when we are going to start dealing with after. Because we want our after to be a certain content, so that's when we need to put that. Now, so this is what I just wanted you guys to see. Basically, this is it. You're just putting before, you put insert one, you put inline block before shadow. You're just adding certain properties. You want to put some border radius, you want to skew it, so you want it to be, you want to do some transformation, you want to put some background color before. So this is before this is the component I'm working with, this spam component, right? This is the main component I'm working with right here. I want that before this component, before this tag, sorry, something should happen. And before this tag, I want a purple background that is a little bit skewed. So this is all this, before this, before that. That's what I'm doing right here. Again, this content is going to be my GitHub, so you can check that out. I think this is really useful, and you can really do some cool stuff with it. And yeah, so basically that's it, guys. That is it. Now let's look at after. If we want to deal with after, what do we have to do? Okay guys, so like I said, the next div is where we're going to code what we want to do in the after, in the next section, which is basically we're going to see how to use the after pseudo class. So let's start here by giving some class names here. So let's make this block, display block. Let's put some margin top so that it's not going to be choked up to the previous div. So okay, that's not what I need to write. Okay, so we have another div right here, and we put a spam. This is going to be our content. This span tag for our content. And so we say first time, yeah, question mark, then a span inside the span tag. Why do I keep on going to cap lock? So sign up, yeah, okay. We put a class name here, so the text purple ML2 right here. Then we have class name here. We want font bold ML10 margin left. Okay, now let's do the fun part, which is using our pseudo class after pseudo class. So like I told you guys, the only time when you have to include content is when the content is going to be different from an empty string. So this time we want our content to be an exclamation sign. So look at what will happen if I put single strings inside of single strings. We have that error message. So what do? Let's change this to double quotes, and now we put our content, which we want to be an exclamation sign. Okay, we want that section to have a background color of slate 300, rounded full, block display. Okay, after we want the exclamation sign to be separated from the rest of the content by a margin of 2, and we want the exclamation sign to have font size of 4XL. We want the exclamation sign should be text white. What else do we want? We want the exclamation sign should be bold. Okay. We want the whole background should have a button inner. We want to add some padding here. We want to give a width of 96 here, and we want the normal, the text should be XL. Okay, there we have it. Let's see what we have. So this is what we have. So this after, as you can see, we did not put any exclamation right here. Another option would have been for us to put another span tag inside this span tag, and then we color it different and we do the styling thing. But we decided to go with the pseudo class method, which we said put the after right here. The content is after instead. So the content is an exclamation. So this is where the exclamation is done. Like I said, I just did this because I wanted to show you guys how to use the before then the after pseudo class. But in the website, I don't want to scream at people like sign up. No, I don't want to do that. So we are going to take that off. But I hope you guys learned how to use the before and after. It's really simple to use. Again, I would say this: you can always go to the Tailwind documentation. Like this is it for me. You go to the Tailwind documentation, and it's very the documentation is so rich, it's so beautiful. You have examples which show you basic examples what to do, show you what to do. Then you can build off that and do whatever you want to do. So you see how they implemented the before right here, you see how they implemented after right here. So that's really easy to use, so you could always check that out. As usual, thank you guys for watching, and subscribe if you want more content like this. We are going to be building this website to finish. We have a lot of pages to build, and in order for us to build all of those pages, we are going to be learning a lot from the Next.js side to the Tailwind side, and then we are even going to go towards building the back end of this. We're going to build the back end using Nest. So we use Nest.js, which is a back end framework. So it's going to be really exciting. So make sure you subscribe. Turn on that notification, so when I upload content, you're going to be the first person to get notified. And see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.